This is possible the most beautiful Aberquina Olive I owe, because the other one came and didn't have this many branches, long branches to the sides, and it was more like short branches, and this looks more wide and it looks healthier, I believe. It could be, it is just my impression, but it has to have a transfer. The transplant shock it was only like 4 leaves that they were yellow, and that was it. So I haven't seen the transplant shock yet, and it's been like 1-2 weeks. So I guess it did never came for it. So I looking forward to it. As I told you before, all this line over here, I'm trying to plant stuff that is not going to die in winter. Why? I want privacy from this other property. As you can see, they have all these trees, but they just bought the property, and it's like 7 to 10 acres. Chances are they're gonna cut all this. You see all these trees? Chances are all this wall of privacy is no longer gonna exist once they decide what they're gonna do with it. And in the meantime, I'm trying to recreate a wall all this way so I have privacy towards all my property and where my house is. So I'm trying to, my view, my desire is to plant trees, line up all the way to the other end. But that's gonna take convincing from my aunt towards my husband to see if he allows me to do it, because he kind of segregate me to this space for all my planting situation. And you know, like every single addict, you want more. So I want more. I believe I need a privacy fence all the way to the bottom, all the way to the front, all the way to the side, because I already have a privacy fence. All these trees are mine. As you can see, all those trees are mine. So I already had a privacy fence, but I left the national trees, the native that comes here, the oaks, the pines, all of them take over. And I put a fence 5 feet after all these trees, so to allow them to grow. So now I have a perfect private fence, but that's mine. This one is not mine. So I have to start building my own wall. And this side, I want this side, and the whole side, because you see all that privacy fence? That's my neighbor's. It's not mine. So I have the understanding they don't want to cut it, because they also want that privacy. But you never know. They are not necessarily young, and they might sell, or they might eventually pass away, like we all gonna be passing away when we are 99. So chances are somebody else is gonna buy and might decide something different. So I want to be able to create my own fortress with trees. And what I want fruit trees. I don't want just any tree. I don't want pines. I mean, they look cute, but at the first hurricane that comes across us, they're going down. They go down even in rain, extreme rain and wind. So, you know, in a hurricane, they're going down, because we have here feel even 90 something miles per hour kind of hurricane. So yes, I need a privacy fence, and yes, it cannot be pines, and yes, it cannot be oaks, because I want to plant fruit trees. I prefer to put a pecan or a Chinese chestnut instead of a oak. We have several farms here and forests here full of oaks, so we don't have a deficit. And I want to create a forest that is just food, if you can follow me. Food or some beneficial insects kind of trees that will allow me to pollinate. So that's my dream. That's the plan. So I don't need more oaks, and I don't need more pines. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, give a thumbs up.